And today, for example, we also did something called Loop Group, which is a group of actors that aren't on screen, and they handle all that background stuff,
Nice.
all the murmur stuff, all the if they're in a restaurant, if they're in a nightclub, if they're, whatever it is, the police in the background, and they do all that conversation that happens in the background, and that's typically like a 4-hour session, and that we'll start at the beginning of the episode and work our way all the way to the end. But like I said, the sound supervisor has cued every single scene specifically with time code, and I have that list, and he's in there with the group, and he'll say, let's move on to the next cue number 25. I type in the time code, we go there, beep, 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 I beep them in, and they do their thing, and they all sit there, and if it's just conversations, they all sit there and pretend like they're small talking in the background. And it's pretty silly and pretty interesting, but pretty amazing what it does to the final product. It makes it all very real and very believable, and it's mixed in at such a quiet level in the final mix, but it's amazing that such care and precision is taken in capturing it all, because it's all specific to that episode. So even to the point of the police radios, we'll put a walkie-talkie on the stage, and put the other walkie-talkie in the control room, and they all sit behind me, taking turns holding the walkie-talkie, pretending like they're police officers.
Fantastic.
We'll record 5 or 6 minutes of that, and it's since it's done through a walkie-talkie, it sounds very realistic, and they'll cut and pepper that into the show as they need it. Whenever they have police cars and you hear the walkie-talkies in the background, and they build entire scenes that way. They do the quiet stuff, they do the call-outs, like if it's a city street, they'll do people talking, and then they'll do the louder stuff where you hear somebody going, hey, no, like saying something in the background, and these guys are amazing. They just roll through 4 hours of this nonsense, just saying things that nobody will ever actually really hear, but they'll kind of hear it in the background.
Yeah, well, they get the atmosphere of it. That's amazing.
Yeah, and it's sort of like recording custom human sound effects, basically, is the idea, rather than finding canned things, because you can find canned things, but they don't always work for your scene that well. But if you have real people in the room and you tell them really what you want and they deliver it, it's time saving, and it sounds much better than you could ever hope, just searching around in your own library. But so yeah, that was my day today. That's what I did today.